Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present them stories drawn from lessons in history and our folk tales which are anchored on moral values. We think that these lessons carry tremendous amount of teachings which our young children and adults can adapt into their own lives and become stronger and better human beings. Today we are going to talk about inferiority complex. How often have we interacted, have we come across people who feel sad about their past or their current situations? Many of these situations or their past are beyond their control, yet they feel very sad about it. They feel having lost the race. They think that they have a disadvantage that they cannot overcome. For example, somebody is shot and feels neglected in a group of people that one interacts with, and feels that nobody is giving enough importance to his or her opinions, views, and ideas. One is not getting accepted in that community that one is interacting with. Similarly, people who are born in poor families feel that they have a great disadvantage and they cannot overcome that disadvantage, and they start with a negative situation. Their frame of mind, their mindset is very negative. If we think of various stories drawn from history, we would know that there are many people who have been extremely successful. They did not care about their current situation. Take the example of the founder of KFC, such a renowned global restaurant chain. At the age of 62, he started this organization when he was rejected time and again by hundreds of other people who did not recognize, who did not appreciate the recipe that he had created. Finally, he thought that he will give shape to the recipe that he had. He would cook in a restaurant using the recipe that he believed that he had innovated. And then the rest is history. It's a hugely successful venture across the world. Like that, there are several other examples that we can take. There are iconic people, whether it's the field of sport, it's the field of music, it's the field of business, it's the field of engineering, technology. Take any field, you will come across one such icon or many such icons, geniuses who really did not care about the family that they were born in, the place that they were born in, the education they received or did not receive. They really did not think about it. They had tremendous amount of self-confidence in the ideas that they themselves had. Take the example of Ramayana. There are several situations. Let me just describe one or two of them. Think of the time when Ram is preparing for a battle against Ravan, and he doesn't have soldiers, he doesn't have the firepower, he doesn't have a proper army. Forget about winning the war. And Ravan is such a powerful and blessed person, such a skilled warrior, and has access to tremendous amount of wealth and riches and great army with superpower. Did he ever think in his mind, did he compare his situation with Ravan's? He did not. He did his best with what he had. That's it. The bridge could be built over the ocean by a group of monkeys who had no skill, no past experience of building a bridge. They just had the faith that they can do something. Similarly, Hanuman was reminded that he has the power to cross the ocean, and he was the only person who had the power, but he had to be told that you have the power and unleash that power. And he did that. and he could reach Lanka, he could locate where Sita was, and then the bridge could be built. These are just two examples from Ramayana, but there are so many other situations in Ramayana you can think in your mind. What do all these lessons in history and folk tales teach us? They tell us not to really compare our own situation with someone who's in an advantaged position. Think of Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of the Reliance Group, Reliance Industries. Where he came from, what kind of an economical background that he came from, and think of his academic qualifications that he had. How he could really build a business empire which the world is looking with huge amount of awe and respect. It was possible because of his determination, because he had a vision, he had only the belief that he can give his best to give shape, give expression to his vision. It is possible. We do not have to think inferior. Yes, someone will have superior skills in a particular area. If someone is a student in a class, not everybody will be able to score 100 and 100 out of 100 in math, or not everybody would be skilled equally in social studies or language or science, or take any subject for that matter. Everybody will have his or her unique ideas and unique skills. We have to be comfortable feeling who we are. That's it. We do not have to compare ourselves of the disadvantages that we are sitting on. We have to see how to maximize what we have, the opportunities that we can spot, the power, the resources that we have access to. We have to think how to leverage them. In Ramayana, it has been proved again and again through various stories, various string of events, that the winner was the person who was having self-belief in one's capacity, who had the vision, and who did not really compare oneself with what others have and he or she doesn't have. Similarly, Col Sanders, the founder of KFC, believed in the power of the innovation that he had made, and he got rejected by multiple people. He was told that this recipe will not work, and finally he gathered the strength, courage to use that recipe and produce best in class, world class, and the rest is history. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think it is so much difficult to really compare oneself. It is so bad to think of the negatives or the limitations that we have. We have to only think of the positives, the strengths that we have, the uniqueness that we possess, the unique strength of the context in which we live today. There are many things what we do not have. It does not matter. We have a few things. We have to see how to leverage them well. I hope this episode was interesting and the lessons, the teachings were intense. I look forward to our future conversations. Thank you very much.